Hi there. So I just want to tell you a little story about a client of mine recently. She was telling me about how much she was struggling to write about her services for her coaching website. She found it quite frustrating. It was like all she could manage was a sort of laundry list of what she does. She couldn't find a way to make it interesting or enticing in a way that could connect with her potential clients. So if that sounds familiar, I've got good news for you. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you a framework that I've got. I'm going to literally, over my shoulder, I'm going to walk you through it with an example of how you can write the services page on your website. It's a super simple framework that you can apply straight away. And because headlines are a big part of this, I'm also going to gift you a document I've got of over 60 headline formulas that you can use to kind of plug and play some of this stuff. So you're not starting from scratch and you're not looking at a blank screen. Does it sound good? So if you're new to me, hi, I'm Kathy. I'm a copywriter and I help coaches and therapists to write copy that connects with their audience without feeling sleazy. All right, so you ready? Let's dig in. Let's get going. Okay, so let's dig in. So what I've got here is an example website that I've created. It's just a shell website that I share with my websites that convert students. And so this is the services page for it. And this is the framework that we're going to work through. So we've got the top here, the hero image. Then you introduce your service and then you talk about the features, pop in a testimonial, a little bit more about working with me, what to expect, and then a call to action statement. So this is the framework, this is the starting point. And what I'm going to do is walk you through an example that I've put together. And I've used some headlines from this document. So if you want a copy of this, all these headlines, just let me know in the comments and I'll send it through to you. And here's the copy that I've created. So what I'm going to do is there's this neat little Chrome extension. So for example, I've got a headline here and I'm going to paste it. Sorry, this edit website extension. Okay, so that just gives you a feel of how it can look on your website. It's pretty cool, right? So I've got my headline. I've got my sub-headline that goes here, okay? So you can see here we're going straight into the pain points and the benefits for this very specific service. This isn't talking to everyone, this is talking to a very specific ideal client that has been determined prior to writing this copy. Then our call to action for this website would be, we're going to book a discovery call, okay? So that's our hero image. And what this does is that it really calls out, it really will attract people who are a good fit for this service and it will repel anyone who isn't. The only people booking a discovery call will be a good fit. And then when we introduce the service, we have, I'm just going to really quickly do this because I don't want to spend all day on it, but here we go. So we have a headline. So maybe call it, that's the promotion fast track program, and this is an introduction to the service focusing on the benefits. Now the limits I've got here is, I think I can't format this, but you can see here. So the idea here is that you've got an introduction to it and then we list all the benefits, and it doesn't need to be 3, it could be as many as you need, it could be a lot. Listing your benefits this way is a really great way of dialing in what it is that you do and how you help people. So that's what this section here is. And then below it is the features. So this is the laundry list bit that people tend to, this is the only bit a lot of people put on their services page. As you can see, this is a bit further down the page. And so if I pop that in, it would go here. From a design point of view, you'd want these to be more like bullets or sort of standing out in some way rather than a wall of text. And you know, I help my students with this as well because I do design and copy really when we work on this stuff. But you can see here, you know, we're talking about the kickoff call, and we're also dialing in what the benefit of each of these features is. And so again, you do as many of those as you need. Pop a testimonial in there, and then you want to outline the process. So I've got this here. So again, it's talking about, you know, what you need to do. Here's the first step, and all the calls are on Zoom, and you know when these calls might be. So all the questions that somebody might have about the nuts and bolts of this service, you can put them on here so that then when they book a call with you, they don't need to find all this information out. You've already put that in there for them. And then we're going to call to action statement, which again just at the bottom, so it really stands out. And again, our call to action in this example is to book a discovery call. So hopefully that helps. I just wanted to kind of show you the framework and to show you, putting some content in so you can sort of see how it comes together. And so all of these, the headlines and subheadlines and everything, I just used from this document as a starting point and then just tweaked it to be more specific. So I hope that helps. And again, if you want a copy of this, just let me know in the comments and I'll pop it across to you.